So the energy that I'm tapping into for this reading is not light, it's not comforting, it's not surface level. And so I do feel for the right collective, you'll know this is for you if you feel this need to sit in this discomfort with me as I channel this energy. Because there's a very clear message coming through. The cards that are pointing to this message, and these are cards that I pre-pulled, we have distance, we have cycles, we have moving on, and we also have divorce here, or a breakup coming through, or a separation. I feel that at one point, this connection felt very faded, okay? Like you and this person didn't just meet randomly. There was something very magnetic, something karmic here, something that pulled you in fast or deep. But what I'm hearing very strongly is that just because something is faded doesn't mean that it's meant to last or that it's meant to stay. And I feel that someone here is dealing with a person who has either emotionally checked out, or they've become distant, or they're just physically not present the way you need them to be. Because this distance card, while it can speak about someone being physically distant, this can also speak about someone being emotionally distant as well. And I'm getting that there hasn't been a clean break here, a clean ending. It's like this energy of lingering, of something almost ending, but not quite. This energy of, well, we're not together, but we're also not fully done. And I feel that for a lot of you, that is where the pain is. Because it's not always the ending that hurts the most, right? It's the in-between energy. This energy of not knowing, of just hoping, the maybe if I just do this or say this kind of energy. But your spirit guides, if this is your reading, they're coming through very strongly with this one message that this cycle, whatever this is that is going on, it has already completed. And I don't say that to take your hope away, okay? I did say that this reading would be uncomfortable, but I say that because there is something better aligned, I would say, that is trying to come in, but it cannot reach you if you are still energetically tied, attached to something that has already expired. So in this reading, I want to look at a few things, and I will be using a few different decks here, a few different cards. And I want to see why this connection became distant in the first place. I want to see what this person is truly feeling, not just, what they showed you. And the karmic lesson around this cycle as well. And what happens, if you finally choose yourself and decide to move forward. Because for most of you, this isn't just about losing them, but this is about you finally releasing what was never meant to stay. So let's go ahead and look at what is the current energy between you two. What is the current energy between the from the person on their mind. What is the current energy? Okay, so right away with the Five of Swords coming out and Justice reversed, there's this feeling of someone playing the victim and someone feeling like the victim. And I'm feeling someone shaming or blaming the other or blaming external circumstances for missing some kind of opportunity here. That's what I'm getting with the King of Coins and the Knight of Swords reversed. This could also have been something that you saw as a red flag. These red flags that you could have seen were tied to addictions or gambling or mental health issues, or someone having to deal with a rocky situation regarding their family or finances or responsibilities tied to that area of their life. And for some of you, it's this energy of, oh, well, if I'm not financially stable, or if I don't feel successful yet, or if I don't feel like this person can depend on me, then who am I trying to fool? Why am I going to try to offer this person something when I don't feel good about my own life? For others of you, there's something coming through about health issues. And for some of you, this person could have been more insincere or hurtful or just very impulsive because they felt like so many things in their material reality were out of order. I'm also getting significant air sign energy coming through, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be significant for one or the both of you. And I'm also hearing Capricorn energy as well. But regardless, this message could still be for you even if those zodiac signs don't apply. And I feel like all of that air sign energy coming through could simply be pointing to one or the both of you having been or currently being really in your head about this connection and about the present state of everything. But let's see, why did this connection really start breaking down? Why did this connection really start breaking down? I'm hearing a difference in personality or compatibility, like there being a clashing of egos or a clashing of personalities, someone not wanting to feel like they were being forced to do something or told to do something, someone maybe allowing a misunderstanding or a miscommunication to become bigger than the connection itself, or someone giving into their temper and losing an opportunity due to this energy. We also have Leo coming through. For some of you, something about the fall could have been significant, so that would be, I believe, late September to late November or early December. Maybe this is a sign that something fell apart during that time frame, because with the Five of Cups here, this is showing unwelcome changes. This could represent that something started breaking down when the leaves started falling for the right collective. And I don't feel like you were alone in your grief and in that sadness and in that mourning, but I feel that you and this person were experiencing these feelings at different points in time. For example, you could have experienced it earlier than them, so it could have felt like they were committed to misunderstanding you or that they didn't care about you. But really it comes down to the both of you being very misaligned, because it could be that your values or your morals were different, or that there wasn't this ability to put yourselves in each other's shoes and see things from that point of view. And I'm getting that things just began to feel very unpredictable, and obviously for both of you that could have become annoying. just craving this stability and this peace, but feeling like you kept getting further away from it. A significant angel number for those of you who resonate with this reading could be 555, which does reflect that change, that unpredictability, things being beyond your control. We also have a confirmation of that 555 energy with the 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, and the 5 of Swords. So let's go ahead and continue. What did this connection feel like at its peak? I'm getting that even if you and this person were miles apart, oceans apart, whatever it may be, even through that distance, even emotionally apart for some time, I'm getting that at the peak of this connection, it never felt like you were truly apart from one another. And again, this was due to that instant connection that couldn't really be matched, that couldn't really be compared to other connections. And there was always this feeling of, it doesn't matter how many miles or oceans are between us or how far apart we feel in this moment, there was always this feeling that you would get closer together again. For some of you, this could also reflect that you met this person in an unusual way, maybe while you were traveling, or at an airport, or at a train station, or just, in an unusual way. But let's see, what shifted emotionally? You began mirroring each other's insecurities. I feel that on some level for both of you, this connection had been very life-altering. It's like both of your insecurities started to come up to the surface at the same time, but it showed up in different ways. So for some of you, it could have been that these insecurities led to you wanting to chase this person more. And for others of you, it could be that these insecurities led to this person wanting to run from you even more and wanting to avoid the connection altogether. And I feel that for both of you at different points in time, this connection had been hard to understand. And I think what created a lot of resistance in this connection is someone always wanting to fight against the changes that needed to be made, not understanding in the moment that those changes needed to happen so that you could both evolve. For both of you, regardless of the outcome of this connection, it was always meant to be a great source of reflection and of growth. The months of June or March or July or May could be significant for some of you. So now I want to tap in and see what this person would say if they were being honest. What would this person say if they were being honest? That even with all of their avoidant tendencies, you were someone who almost broke through that wall. You came closer than anyone to their heart. But I'm getting that this person's comfort zone was always being alone, retreating back into themselves, back into their own world, because from that place, they weren't responsible for anyone else's feelings but their own. And from that place, they protected themselves from being hurt and hurting others. I feel that this person, again, this is reflecting their unhealed wounds, their avoidant attachment style having served as a big obstacle in this connection. And I feel that in order to make themselves feel better, they would distract themselves with things that they felt were in their control. For example, it could be that they would bury themselves in work to forget you, to not focus on this connection, to not feel the weight of their feelings. But it never felt good from your side to be placed on the back burner or to not be prioritized. And I think that's why at some point your higher self asked you, well, does this situation, does this connection, does it truly align with your values and your morals? And so I'm getting that once the red flags became more apparent for you, it was obvious what needed to be done. And for a lot of you, that could have been, okay, well, now, just as much as this person is choosing themselves, I need to also do the same. And maybe that's one of the things that this person taught you, is that sometimes the best thing you can do is choose yourself. Especially when you're pouring into situations and people where there isn't that return on investment, emotionally or physically, even spiritually. And now I feel that you're getting to this place of acceptance, of understanding, okay, well, if we are here now, it must be for a reason. And when you're going through the pain, it's hard to see things from that point of view. It's usually when you look back in hindsight and you see, okay, well, that had to happen so I could be in this more peaceful, abundant, beautiful, loving space now within myself and within my external reality. And when someone isn't dedicated to growing themselves and you are being called to higher things and places, someone will literally be blocked from entering your field. Because if they can't grow with you and see you fully, then they can't go with you to where you're being called. Okay, so now I want to go ahead and see, how does this person truly feel deep down? Okay, so here we have clinging and it's coming out sideways. So this tells me there is a mix of energies within this person. There's a part of them that is still holding on tightly to this connection, but also a part of them that is wanting to let go. And I feel like this person comes in and out of obsessing over this connection or even spying on you. It doesn't feel like that's consistent from either side. So you could mirror this person in that sense where you are also in this in-between state, as I mentioned in the beginning. But here we have bluff coming out in the reversed, which speaks of someone wanting to put down the mask, wanting to stop pretending. It's like this person, due to their avoidant tendencies, they felt that it was beneath them to chase you, that it was beneath them to pursue you, especially during a moment where they didn't feel like their life was in order the way they wanted it to be. And to this person, it was like, no, this connection is going to be such a distraction. It doesn't matter what I feel for this person, because that's not going to get me closer to where I want to go in this moment. But here's the problem. You are still in and out of this person's mind. And yes, I say in and out because sometimes this person does successfully get you out, but somehow you always come back in. And for this person, it's like there's a part of them that is attached to you, but it's not helpful because they're not dealing with that in a healthy way. They're just longing and spying and obsessing from a distance, keeping you in the dark, literally. Literally obsessing. Even though this person would admit that they don't like the unpredictability, the uncertainty, there's a part of them that is low-key, high-key addicted to that because they keep resorting to that same energy instead of taking action that could actually be beneficial for the both of you. Okay, so quickly to close out this reading, I want to get you some advice and what you could expect from what comes after this cycle. What advice does this collective need to hear right now? Okay, so the first card that we have is the solar eclipse, and this speaks of big changes coming. And this is like the universe, God, letting you know that they're giving you time. They're giving you time, I would say, within the next 6 months to really adjust to these changes, to find your inner truth, go very deep within and discover who you are and what it is that you truly want from a relationship. Use this connection as wisdom for how you do not want to be treated and manifest what you actually want. The universe, God, is showing that with this card. It's important to be very specific about what you want so that it can come to fruition. And they're also showing here with the Hanged Man reversed that it's time to stop resisting surrender, that it's time to accept the letting go, understanding that you are not losing anything. If anything, you are gaining parts of yourself back that you gave away to this person while getting nothing in return. There's no need to fear the unknown. There's no need to fear the letting go. There's no need to fear the acceptance of what has happened. Because what's on the other side of this is a fresh start that is stable, that contributes to your sense of security. This is a real offer, a real beginning where you get to flourish. Whether it's you flourishing in a material sense, I'm hearing flourishing in whatever way that you wish to manifest, whether that's in a material sense, whether that's in love. There's so much abundance that awaits you. You deserve more than someone who continues to have nothing to say. You deserve more than someone who plays mind games with you. You deserve more than someone who leaves you with unanswered questions. You deserve more than someone who doesn't speak their truth. And I just want you to know that if this whole time you have felt like, damn, I already knew this, then this message was for you, because you're not crazy for feeling this distance, and you're not overthinking these emotional and physical shifts. You're not imagining that this person has become unavailable or that they've been unavailable. You're just being asked to finally honor what you've been feeling instead of overriding it or giving all of your emotion away to someone who is not showing up. And I know that it's hard to let go of something that once felt so right, something that felt magical and intense and even meant to be. But everything that is meant to be also knows how to stay. It knows how to meet you. It knows how to choose you consistently, not conditionally. And this connection, no matter how deep it was, it has served its purpose. It showed you something. It awakened something. It changed you. Why is that not enough? Why does things going wrong in this situation have to mean that you will experience a life without love? That's not true. This connection was never meant to hold you in this cycle of waiting, of hoping, and questioning your worth. You don't need clarity from this person. You need to trust the clarity coming from within yourself. Because the moment you release what has already ended is the exact moment that you create space for something that doesn't require you to question where you stand. I love you. Take care of your energy, protect your heart, and I'll see you in the next reading.